I want to take a few minutes to talk about upgrading your software rather than overly concentrating on your hardware. This is prevalent in the firearms community. We tend to look at the latest, greatest, especially at the beginning of every year after SHOT Show finishes. This year is no exemption, and I am guilty, just like everybody else. I tend to look at the new stuff out there and go, man, that's some great stuff. I'd love to have it. Well, my paycheck won't support that sort of thing. So I have to keep things realistic. And when we're talking about self-defense, what I suggest is to not fall into the trap of upgrading your hardware endlessly without upgrading your software. There's nothing wrong with getting the latest, greatest, but if you don't have the training to back it up, I think you're doing things a little bit backwards. Just to show, because people are visual, just like I'm visual, here's a couple little things right here. So this is an example of a solid piece of hardware that's not flashy. If you take this and you practice with it and practice with it, do a lot of drills with it, learn your skill sets, you're going to be very effective with this. You're not going to need a red dot. You're not going to need all the fancy stuff. You're not going to need anything that gun companies will tell you that is a must-have for self-defense. You're not going to need. I'll tell you that right now. This has everything you need. Another example is, now this one has a couple add-ons to it. This is even less expensive than that Ruger I just showed you, that Ruger Security 9 Pro. Duria DY9 for $199 for the base gun. I have an extended Glock 17 mag in here and then an Olight that was sent to me for review. This is their Balder. So still pretty inexpensive. This, by the way, was just under $270 for the base gun, and this is $199 for the base gun. Another example is actually what I'm carrying at the moment, and that is this guy right here. Bear Creek Arsenal Grizzly Model 102. This is $295. The base gun is still inexpensive, and it's certainly not tip of the spear, so to speak, in regards to firearms development and design in 2025. But it's still very effective. It has some add-ons to it, and I choose to do that, and there's nothing wrong with it because my software skill set is strong. If you have strong software, then go ahead and start manipulating your hardware a little bit to make your strengths even stronger. But if you haven't built up those strengths yet, then don't rely on tools as a fake way to try and make yourself feel like you're a better shot, that you can handle all kinds of critical incidents better than you truly can. So again, focus on your software versus your hardware. It's okay to run cheap stuff. You don't have to get the latest, greatest thing. Just make sure the cheap stuff is good stuff, which there is. There's crap cheap stuff and there's good cheap stuff. But really focus on that hardware. Instead of going out and saying, man, SHOT Show just finished, I got to get this, I got to get this, I got to get this. Don't worry about it. Focus on your drills. Focus on things other than marksmanship and holstering and unholstering. And what I mean by that is focusing on situational awareness, focus on medical stuff, focus on hand-to-hand stuff, de-escalation, all that good stuff. Become more well-rounded person, really upgrade that software that's in your head. That's your most important tool versus just focusing on this stuff and thinking that, hey, the latest, greatest thing is going to make me untouchable on the street. Well, that's not true. In all honesty, if you don't have the skills to back it up, if you get into a fight, all you're going to do is become a loot drop for the bad guy. So with that said, feel free to put your comments in the comment section below, as always, and I hope everybody's staying safe out there.